Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make this beautiful, crunchy, creamy, salty, dill pickle, cucumber cream cheese sandwich. So crunchy. The lemon with the dill pickle, but the creaminess, but then you get the freshness of the herbs. So good. This is how you make it. First step is marinating the salad of your choice. Now you might be like, it's a sandwich, not a salad. Just wait. My romaine is kind of going bad, so I'm gonna use one of these. Give it a wash. I'm just gonna tear off the bad parts of it. I like to fold mine in half and kind of roll it up. And just cut this into strips. You could also use iceberg, arugula, living butter lettuce, really any kind of leafy green that you have. Stick it into a bowl. I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a lemon, depending how juicy your lemons are. Just a splash of olive oil, some salt, and some fresh cracked pepper. Just give that a toss. I think we need another leaf. I like to just eyeball my recipes, and I usually make things just for myself. So adjust the recipe to whatever you are having, or for a family, or for two, or whatever. That's about good. Okay. Much better. It should look like this. Now that that's nice and coated, we're gonna set that off to the side and make the cream cheese. Now for the cream cheese spread, I like to use the Philadelphia Light, and I have a couple tablespoons left. So I'm just gonna use the rest of this up, about 1/4 cup, and this is what we're gonna add to it. 1 dill pickle, sliced lengthwise, and again, and one more time. And just chop it up into however big pieces that you want. These are kind of big. I think I'm gonna chop them again. Give them a rough chop. I like mine diced. All right, also the pickle juice will give it a nice acidity to the cream cheese as well, and the whole filling. Looks like that. It's already very salty, so I'm just gonna add like a pinch of pepper. I'm gonna grab 1 green onion, slice that up. Whatever you want, whatever you like, or whatever you have just laying around in your fridge that might be looking a little old, toss it into this cream cheese mixture and use it up. Anything that adds a nice fresh pop, toss those in. To make the dill pickles pop even more, we're gonna grab some fresh dill. I'm not a fan of the stems. I find them to be sometimes a little bitter, so I just pluck them off like this. And I like to just grab them, scrunch them up really, really, really tight, and then just carefully cut them up like this. This really brings out the pickle flavor. Toss that in. And last, if you have some other fresh herbs in your house, I have sweet basil right now. I'm just gonna grab 1 leaf. If you don't, it is totally optional. I just like to do the same thing, just crunch it up really, really close. Just adds another fresh summer pop to the cream cheese and balance out the saltiness. Toss that in. This is what it looks like. And I just mush all of that around. You can add more cream cheese or more pickles if your mixture does look a little lacking on the cream cheese, which mine kind of does. So I have a backup. There we go. Dude, that's perfect. We just want like a chunky spread. Looks like you can see every component in there. The other star of the show is cucumber. This is gonna give it a great crunch. I'm gonna use about 1/2 a cucumber. You can also use mini cucumbers. I'm gonna cut the end off. I like to start with a flat surface, or kind of flat. If you want them very thin, I would suggest a simple potato peeler. Potato peel it, and you get these like perfect julienne, very thin pieces, and you can stack those up. So this is how thin I personally like them. They still give a very good crunch. I'm actually not a big fan of cucumber unless it's a very light touch. Okay, so you just kind of slide it and glide it along like this, and then you get a thin slice like that. So I just start here. You could also use a mandolin for this, whatever you have. You could also thinly slice them. It just looks like this. And I just wiggle it, jiggle it all throughout there till it looks like this. But if you love cucumber, you could definitely cut these into thin or thick slices as well. And then I'm also going to rip up some pieces of romaine like this, just for some extra little filling, to make it extra crunchy, because this sandwich can be a little salty. So any kind of fresh that I can throw in it. Whatever bread you want, or you could do a wrap. I like this Silver Hills sprouted power, but use any bread that you like. So it looks like this. We now have all our components. So we're gonna start by taking the 2 slices of bread, and we're gonna grab our cream cheese mixture and put it on either side of the bread. If you do have leftover, you could put this into a container or put a plastic wrap over top of this and save it. It'll marinate in the fridge very nicely, just like this. Smash it down. And you can do a thick layer, thin layer. This is really the star of the show. Don't forget the corners. Looks like this. Now we're just gonna layer our cucumbers over top like this. Right here, right here. And now just throw on our ripped up lettuce on top for some extra crunch. Cracked pepper on top. Okay, now don't forget the other side. Let's go ahead and layer those on. Crunchy fresh. Now you're going to layer that marinated romaine, lettuce, whatever you did. It's perfectly lemony and oily, and it'll also help to like stick everything together and give it a nice contrast to the fresh romaine underneath. It's really the same ingredients, you're just elevating it. All right, now put them together. The cream cheese is gonna act like a glue. Yes. And let's take a look. Oh, yes. Perfectly balanced. So delicious. Look at that. Honestly, tell me that isn't a perfect summer sandwich. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love it. Bye.